Get that. All right.
And this be from Cash, not from YouTube.
Yup. You gotta keep talking, nigga. If we don't talk, it's clip. Yeah, nigga.
Shout out Flea. Shout out Brent.
Yeah.
Cash Cobain, man. Cash Cobain killed shit.
Word though. I never heard this artist before, but it sounds pretty good.
He's nice. I mean, he's in a little vibe and a little pocket that not all rappers hit, bro.
And that he got the Brent feature.
The Brent co-sign right there, that's big news.
And I love Brent too, and I didn't fucking repeat.
We gonna put motherfuckers on right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
How's the beat drop? But it ain't drop, yo. Alright, but with that being said, I'ma lock that shit off. Freezy, who was that? Tell the people, because I didn't know.
That was Flea featuring Brent Fires. Swish/Used To. Classic song. Came out 2 years ago, right in the middle of the pandemic. That's what I think. Overlooked, overshadowed, but solid song. Very solid song, solid artist. So shout out Flea, man. Shout out Flea.
So, with all being said, this is the Bill for Cuban Links podcast with your illustrious hosts, Yaya and my nigga
Freezy, back again. Just one again this time. What is this, episode 4 already?
Yeah.
4 deep. Let's see how it goes. It's going well so far. I'm liking it.
Word. Niggas have an audience. We got the young boys in the back. You wanna say what's up? Alright. I feel like JBP. You feel me?
See what I'm saying?
Young boys in the back.
Yeah.
So, today is a special day. We have, yet again, a lot of topics with an audience for the first time, but we gonna flow this shit off like niggas is not even here, though.
They know how I go. They're here to enjoy the show, though. They like to see the magic.
Word. So, because what we have been uploading, it's been a lot of events happen in between.
It's good, though, because we leave space for shit to simmer down and actually talk about shit the right way, if that makes sense.
Facts. But I want to say, what the fuck? RIP to Takeoff first. You feel me? We didn't get to the last pod. We kind of uploaded it during the same time.
Happened, I think, the day after, maybe.
Yeah, we didn't. The schedule was fucked up. We didn't even get to talk about that shit that much. You feel me? So
someone right in the building right now.
Somebody locking they fucking whip 10 times. All right, if y'all heard that. But we are going to do a deep dive into the Drake and 21 collab.
We gonna start it off with that?
Yeah, I think we just gonna have to go in on that. You feel me?
So let's start with the first week numbers. Original projections, I would like to say, to toot my own horn a little bit.
That's true. You did project.
I projected 350 plus.
Our generation music projected 350 at
350
to
right
90.
at the top.
Yes.
Top of it, I think the day after, they saying 350 to 375, something like that first week. Then you see the push. They do a little bit more promotion. They get their song popular on TikTok with some memes and shit. Motherfuckers is clowning them, but they doing that shit on purpose.
Let's not forget the rollout. Let's take it back.
Okay.
The rollout caught everybody's necks, me included, especially the Tiny Desk one.
He was thinking it was real.
Bro, I fucking went to the fucking Tiny Desk YouTube channel and reloaded that shit 10 times to figure out that shit was fake. He caught me. Great job. Amazing rollout. Let me just touch on this right now. Niggas want to sue. Vogue wants to sue 21 and Drake.
Damn. But you know what?
They have the authority to do that. Business is business. You feel me?
But I think that proves the point they were trying to prove with their rollout being a fake rollout, because they're trying to show, hey, we're as hip-hop artists or as mainstream pop artists, which they are now, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of artists will go through this rollout method of going to these other companies, going to these other sources of media, and giving them money, giving them business, giving them attention and clout, but they don't get nothing in return. So these motherfuckers flipped it on their head and they were like, hey, we could fake do it. We don't even need to go to your shit and get our shit popping off the strength.
Do you think that was a diss towards those companies? I take it as that.
I think it was a diss.
And good job.
NPR didn't take it as a diss because they was begging for them to actually come on.
No, but that's a good way to take it, though. If a nigga tries to diss you like that, that's a good way to take it. You're like, yo, joke with him, and then eventually
But
maybe
then you see Vogue suing their ass.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole big point. Like, they could fuck with you all they want to get some clout and attention off you. But then if you actually... Their whole point of going on to these programs is to get attention for the album and to make money that way. But they making money off you trying to do that in the first place. So fuck them. Fuck them. And I'm not going to say fuck Vogue, but you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, why not?
Fuck Vogue.
Fuck Vogue, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, right? Right? All right. Them niggas, they had, to me, they had the justice to do that.
Yeah.
They are a company, nigga. If you take my fucking magazine cover, I'm gonna get some money off of you. I feel like Drake is gonna be like, yo, let me just give them the fucking $4 million.
They gonna get their cut,
I got
whatever.
that, nigga. I have $500. You didn't see the deal that I got $500. That's fucking $4 to me. You feel me? So,
and off the money, they going to be eating off this album forever. Fuck them. Fuck them. But they going to fight that shit in court. You know, they got the good lawyers over there at OVO. So they going to be all right. But I think it's very smart marketing, like you're saying. Turning it on his head and showing them, you don't got to do this shit. You can do it your own way. I think that's the thing, the message that we're trying to spread in the first place.
because for years we know to see artists that's a part of the rollout, nigga. Touch Hot 97, touch Power 105, fucking LA Leakers, touch everybody, do your freestyle or, you feel me, perform for them because your album is coming out. That was interesting how they flipped the script because they really caught me because it looked professional, you feel me?
And that's because they got the resources to be able to put it together professionally, if that makes sense. The production value is super duper high.
No, that's a fact, though.
Which, I mean, you know, we're not going to be able to do some shit like that for a rollout. You know, independent artists won't be able to do that shit as a rollout. But it goes to say, whatever you got, use it and put it into your production value.
True.
And that way you can boost yourself on your own without having to rely on others.
True. You feel me? That's a fact. Drake got to it, this album. I'm not gonna lie, I stayed up for the album like I always do.
I did too.
We had the long wait, a week wait because it got pushed back.
We was tight, but it was all right. It was worth the wait.
We had to wait. We had another week to process it. Everybody had done their album reviews right after it dropped. My nigga, we know you get paid from the shit, but you didn't get to process it like how I processed it a week later into it. You feel me?
I think that's
no shots fired.
It's a normal amount of, like, not even like, we're so quick to digest the album these days and just give our opinion on it straight off the bat, but we're not letting these albums sit and live with it. And that's the reason that these albums are going to do so well in the long run. How they sit with the people. Not just, one listen and it's ass, it's mid, it's trash, or it's good, it's fire. It's
a lot of niggas got drowned out by the Drake and 21, and they dropped 2 weeks ago. I can say a couple names.
And they're going to still get drowned out for the next 3 weeks.
Lil Baby, I'm sorry. I fuck with your album heavy. I stayed up for it. But it's drowned out right now. There's no replay value in those shits, right?
It's really bad timing for him to be dropping that shit.
Hey.
But it is what it is. That's the game, man.
It's Drake season right now. SZA around the corner. You feel me? This album, he didn't left no brick unturned. He sent shots at hella niggas.
You want to start with the first big one that put him in some heat?
Drake gets to talking and gets to doing his triple entendres, double entendres, and it could. This entendre with Meg was a little different because it wasn't even an entendre like he was comparing two things. It was like
that was straight shot.
It was just basically you knew the situation and you know the play on words, so it could sound like that. It could be taken just because it's in the air.
That was a straight shot, brother. That was a straight shot. I know the
Mm-hmm.
cleanup, Yachty trying to do the cleanup. Oh, he meant it by women getting ass shots. And they lied about getting ass shots. Sure, like you saying that's a double entendre. But you take it direct, that text value, bro. That's a straight shot at Meg. Straight.
Let me just say this, because when I heard that line, at first, I thought it was the Meg shit. Talking about Meg and Tory situation when we talked about episode 3 a little bit. You feel me?
You the one who said the same shit.
You feel me? But the thing is, when I heard it, I was like, all right, shots. It could be shots, because he said he was at the bar, previous line. He said he was at the bar, right? Then he could be talking about her ass. But based on the fact of you knowing the Meg and Tory tension, it's another entendre on top of that. You feel me? And that's what Instagram niggas was. She even spoke about it a couple of times. I feel like she could
on Twitter.
I feel like she could have fucking kept silent. Tory, all this nigga did was put up the emojis
Little
like
shrug
this.
emoji.
He can't say nothing. He's on house arrest right now. Allegedly.
For allegedly slapping, like I said last episode, Will Smith's nephew.
So
Allegedly.
he can't say nothing. So I hope emojis don't get used against him. That's something. I hope emojis do not get used against him. That would be some
baby.
fuck shit.
Talking about that Atlanta man, Rico, they using their lyrics against him. They're using their tweets against him.
That's a part of texting is emojis. But
It's how the world is now.
not to stray too far from the topic.
Yeah, with Megan. I just
You know
wanted
what I
to point out, there was this guy, Mark Lamont Hill, who tweeted out a tweet that was liked and unliked by Jay-Z on Twitter. Fucking Jay-Z, Twitter fingers, who would have thought it, right? He's going, oh, I'm 3 tracks into the album, and I see on Twitter Drake dissed Megan in one of the other songs. I cut it off immediately. Man, he's fucking pandering like a motherfucker.
Who is that?
He's some motherfucker who's done work with like MSNBC, NBC, CNN. You know that shit. He's a lost soul, man. He's a lost soul. He sold his soul. and Jay-Z out here liking his tweets. I mean, if you look deeper into it, who's Meg signed to? Rock Nation. Who's the head of Rock Nation? Jay-Z. And when you look at all these, you know, I mean, we already had the media companies run everything conversation. These motherfuckers are just doing they was trying to do a little bad press on Drake, and it didn't work. Because when you put out an album like this, they're having fun. They're going at it. It sounds new. It sounds fresh. And it sounds fire, to be frank. You can't shut it down with canceling the motherfucker on Twitter. It don't work.
But even to me, I don't think Drake was talking about her. To me, it's not a shot. It was just, nigga.
It's a situation.
It could, because Drake doesn't speak about these type of things in the public eye that much. You feel me?
Yeah.
So to have a bar about it where it can be taken each and every type of way, it's kind of crazy. You feel me? But he continues to shoot at niggas.
I think this was an overt shot. I agree that it could be taken as situational, but that's the whole point of it. It's the whole point. If it's a direct shot, you want it to be taken so many different ways. So he's never going to talk about it. He's never going to get on an interview and be like, oh, yeah, I was talking about Megan or I was talking about ass shots or nothing like that. Because that's not what a rapper does. He just puts it out there, and how you react is how you react. You know what I'm saying? Take it how you want it.
That's true. He sends shots at fucking Serena Williams' fucking husband.
Right, that's billionaire beef.
That nigga said the Nobu, the Shitaku, the Hikaku. This nigga was going crazy on the nigga. Multiple bars. And
had the motherfucker copping please on Twitter.
Pointed the fucking finger at that nigga.
Oh my goodness.
Said, yo, your husband is a groupie, nigga. Bro.
I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. But I think he came out. He said he likes being a groupie, so. Hey, more power to you, brethren.
Listen to me.
That was on Middle of the Ocean, right?
Yeah, it was on middle of the ocean for you guys wondering.
That one might have been the best song on the album. Hey, that was talk about AM PM Drake. That was an AM PM song right there.
He was proving that he still got it over the old beats too. He was the beat switch, pipe down sample in the beginning, I believe.
That was crazy.
That's new music that just got sampled. He's sampling his own shit. Okay.
That's the level he's getting to, sampling your own shit. But even the lyricism in there with the Birdman outro on Middle of the Ocean, that shit just makes it one of those songs where you could go back to that shit whenever. It don't matter that it was on this.
It was one of those. It was one of those. That's the one that I'm going within this week of listening. I'm fucking going back to that song.
And I like the way that they caught people's necks by making 3 p.m. or a.m. in Glenwood the 21 rapidy rap song. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a very cool flip on it. Because looking at the track list, everybody's thinking, oh damn, Drake got another a.m. p.m. song for us. But when it dropped and you see 21 Savage is the one who's on there, like damn, okay. In and about that song though is going to be a.m. p.m. Drake, and I think he really gave us like 2 with the outro too that I think is fuck whatever, right? That one sounds kind of similar, Elk, but the Middle of the Ocean one is definitely a sound down with the beat switch and everything. It's just fucking beautiful. Really.
To me, he's proven that he still has it. Like I said, he's proven that he's proven that he still has it, and it's nothing to go back into that bag. When I first listened to the album, I was tired, but I listened through it, and tracks 1 through like 4, I was like, okay. In the beginning, I got to track 6, I believe. I think it's track 6 of Spin About You, right? Mm-hmm. It's track 6.
Somewhere around there.
I get to that, album changes. You feel me? The album changes, and it hits from 6 down.
That's what you think.
I had to go back to number 1, Rich Flex, and add that to my R&B playlist.
It grew on me.
It had to grow on me.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You feel me?
I think he's going into that, like, Slime, Cardi, Pierre Bourne type rage beats is what they call him type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit that sounds like you in a video game. I mean, he's leaning into it on other albums, like What's Next was kind of similar to that. And, he was on the Playboy Cardi album too. Or no, Playboy Cardi was on his album, on the Dark Lane.
Yeah.
So, he's kind of been leaning into that sound a little bit, which I think is a good thing. He's been doing his thing on there. And talking about the beats, who's been making those beats? Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty really going at it. He's been proving himself to be.
I didn't even know he was a beat maker, bro. I didn't even know he was a beat maker. He produced 4 tracks on this album. I was surprised because I liked all the beats from 6 down, and he had a hand in 4 of the beats from 6 down.
A lot of the songs that were in that Elk was Yachty.
One of the let me list out the fucking the songs so niggas know. Backside Boys, that's one that Yachty produced.
Backside Boys.
Back Outside Boys. Backside Boys. Alright. Jumbotron, Shit Poppin'. Mm-hmm. Pussy and Millions.
Fire.
Privileged Rappers.
That one was a standout too. Oh my god.
Drink your water, boy. Drink your water, boy.
I get excited about the Drake album.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
I'll be honest, I think there's been like a narrative around Yachty that when he's compared to his
counterparts,
his peers, especially on the XXL list, which we'll get into later on, he's kind of been one of the ones that's been held back, if that makes sense. You see Dave Lil Dicky got his show, 21's killing it, he's on that album, Kodak killing it, he still got number 1 hits in his back pocket like nothing.
Yeah.
And who else was on that list? Uzi. Uzi's in a bracket of his own too, So I think Yachty, with his music wise, he doesn't do the best sales. He doesn't keep the most hits on him per se, right? True.
He just got one with the Walk to Poland.
Yeah, but even that's not gonna chart that much. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a nice viral hit on TikTok.
Overseas, are you watching overseas?
He's gonna make money off it for sure. But I think leaning into the production bag, I think that's very smart from him, especially because his sound is so unique and different than a lot of the artists. Like even when you compare him to a Uzi, even though Uzi does like weird, unique shit, it's still very different from Yachty. So him leaning into the production bag and keeping his contacts like that, because you saw he was all over the place with Drake in the lead up to this album. And
Kodak was there too.
Kodak was with him. But you see Yachty a lot. Like Drake will post up Yachty. Yeah. Yachty will be posting up that he's like with Drake. They look like best friends. And you're like, what's that about?
You wouldn't even know that they're chilling together like that. You feel me?
What's that about? And it's because he's on the album producing. So shout out Yachty, man.
Facts, right? Another diss that I heard that was a straight diss.
Legend. She's a built for Cuban Links legend. Every episode. Every episode.
That shorty right there got some shots in their blood. She got some shots sent for her. You feel me? Ice Spice gets a couple shots from Drake. You a 10 trying to rap. I had that shit on mute or some shit like that.
It's good on mute, yeah.
She's a 10. She's bad as fuck. Like, keep saying that. But does anybody really want to hear it? Where's the Bikini Bottom record right now?
You were speaking about it yourself. Rapping on a level that you can't really keep up. You got to rely on the 10. Because the music's good on mute. That was direct. I think she played it off really well, though. She played it off great. That was a pro move. She said, at least I'm a 10.
Nah, but check this.
Media trainer right there, man.
That wasn't recent. That was I looked at the date, because I looked at the date and that shit was like fucking last year, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Or like a couple months ago. and they just pulled up an old fucking tweet
Look at
or
me falling victim to the fake news media, man.
You feel me?
That's crazy shit.
That was just me paying attention. You feel me? I found out that they pulled up an old text to fucking relate to the new shit about the shots.
But she was spin.
So they pulling that shit with her from early. Nobody noticing that.
That's crazy. That's fucked up, but still applies.
So she got a couple shots. We love it.
Shout out Ice Spice.
What about, because I wrote this down because I was listening to Privileged Rappers, and there's a couple bars that could be shot in many directions. You feel me? I don't know if Kendrick got a couple bars. Maybe SZA got a couple
I
bars.
think he always gets a couple bars.
Who knows? You feel me? Who knows?
We kind of split opinion on that. When you think that one's kind of aimed towards Kendrick, I personally think it's aimed toward Rocky a little bit. I think he's a little sore about the. I mean, I don't.
Which I didn't see. He's a little
sore about Rihanna. Who wouldn't be tight that you lost Rihanna? You know what I'm saying?
Well, who even knew if he had Rihanna, nigga? Rihanna like Badman, Bridget.
That's what I'm saying. He's too nice for her.
She like Badman, bro.
But I mean, Drake's dissed Rocky in the past, talking about bitches in fashion. They go missing in action. That was straight diss towards Rocky. I don't think you can interpret that any other way. I think maybe, like you're saying, it's a general thing, because a lot of rappers do love to be like, oh, I don't need to fall victim to the constantly releasing game once they get to a certain level. Mm-hmm. And then when they come back, the expectations are not met. Yeah. I think the last Kendrick album,
I wasn't a fan of that.
Well, I think it was fire. I think
Mr. Morale, I wasn't a fan of it. But there's some standalone tracks, but to wait 5 years for that mid, get out of here with that.
I think the album was good.
Despicable.
It wasn't worth the wait.
Despicable.
And I think this many months later, I haven't really gone back to it. I really haven't gone back to it. Maybe because it's a summer album. I did go back to a couple of songs when it had been fresh in my mind, but over time, it kind of fell out of favor.
Drake shit was supposed to be, Certified Lover Boy was supposed to be for the summer. Mm-hmm. It didn't, it got pushed back.
Yeah.
A couple of times, you feel me? But to come back with that mid, in my opinion, unacceptable.
After a 5-year hiatus,
you lost the number one spot. I say it again. You lost the number one spot trying to come in like that.
And that might be the full gloat that Drake is trying to get at, that he can drop consistently and keep it number one, whereas other people will take a back seat. He's really in it to be number one every single time he drops. So,
and he's been on a run, 20-year run going on, if not over. He's a unicorn. Nobody has seen this before. Yeah. Niggas doubted him. Nobody has seen this before.
We won't see it for a while. I don't think he's going anywhere, to be fair.
Hey, he says, I hate a privileged rapper. Niggas full of excuses like they taking they time. Who's that aimed for?
Dropped in a while either. Kendrick didn't
been featuring on shit. Kendrick just dropped, but those bars could really be for those men.
I think they still apply.
I didn't see that was a good thing that you brought up, A$AP Rocky, because there was tension between them in the past.
Yeah, I mean they've done their little performances
media
together and shit.
Tension between them.
That's true.
One would think. One would wonder. You feel me? It's crazy.
If it applies, it applies. You know.
I feel that. So we all have that ex. You feel me?
What you talking about?
No, I'm saying because Drake, right?
Oh,
no, you know what I'm saying? Catch my drift. I was going on there.
You talking about Rihanna still?
No. We done with Riri. I wonder if that is written down, but it's not. So let me talk about Riri real quick, because we go into that part, right, where she drops a surprise track
with Black Panther.
Right before the turning of the Wakanda shit. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
She has that power to do that.
She does.
Turns in a lace song.
And I liked it better than the funeral track. You feel me?
I'm still not saying that song was mid. I think it's just, you got to be at night with a candle on to listen to that song, you know?
I feel that. let me get my Wakanda review real quick. Let me just get that out.
Okay.
And I'll go back to Drake's ex, you feel me? Because that was very important in the process too. You feel me? That we gonna get back to that. But it's crazy because you turn that right. Oh wait, I was talking about my fucking Black Panther review.
Oh, Wakanda Forever?
Yeah,
Okay.
let me just get that off.
I'm gonna watch it, yeah.
That shit was fire. Body dropped. You feel me? Body dropped, and I need to watch that. That's a movie that you have to watch a couple times. You feel me? It was that good. But yeah, that's you. You haven't.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet, but I went yesterday with the fam. You feel
Was
me?
that premiere night?
Yeah. Everybody had on white. My aunts had on white. They everybody at the movie theaters went all out. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't know it was gonna be like that.
Well, you went in PJs?
No, because I'm always in PJs here, but I went in regular attire.
Okay.
You feel me? I went in regular attire, and I enjoyed it. There was a lot of war, a lot of action.
That was my worry. I thought it was gonna be
Boring.
like slow paced, boring type shit.
Nah, that shit had me hooked. Okay, I'm
gonna have to check it out.
till the end. I think it's like 2:30, 2 hours and 30 minutes, possibly.
Damn. That's a whole fucking experience right there.
Exactly. So let me go back into Drake's ex because that's hella petty from the man to post your ex as a tracklist cover.
But he probably got permission from her, no?
You never know. He might not need it.
I saw a repost on her account though.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a repost on her story. I think night of type shit.
Maybe because she's just like, oh, I didn't expect this. You never know that.
Okay.
It could just be, oh, I didn't expect this. Wow, this nigga really, he's really getting into his bag, bro. Drake got his fucking heart broken by Kiki, and niggas didn't know when he dropped
that was
the track.
Kiki. I forgot that you said that was Kiki.
Yeah, that's Kiki. Do you love me? Are you riding?
That's a cool throwback. I think he's on a 3-album run of shitty album covers. Personally, I think they've all been fucking ass. This one was ass. Let's be honest. The cover, the album cover,
okay,
3-album run of pure ass album covers.
Everybody liked the Certified Lover Boy.
What? I did not like that shit. I'm sorry. I have that shit different in my phone. I changed that. That album cover. Fuck that. I couldn't have that shit like that in my phone. Motherfucker got 9 emojis as an album cover. Are you kidding me? Fuck that shit.
So as a fan, you are upset about his album cover
if I have
choices.
any complaints about his last couple of albums...
Not the bars, but just the album
his
cover.
album covers are fucking horrible. They're so disgusting. What was even the one before? The Honestly Never Mind?
I mean, that was just text. That's regular shit.
I could barely read that shit, though. It's all like scrambled up and shit.
Nigga, that's script.
Lame. He need a new album cover artist. Shout out Doza Art on Instagram.
Okay,
Doza Art, man.
Shout out.
Dre gotta get with Doza Art.
Yeah. That shit is wild. But you don't like him. Me, I didn't really have no grievance. The one that
I just don't like her face staring back at me. While I'm
that one, the newest one. You feel me? Her loss. That one. That album cover kind of took me back because it was just a face like with a fucking.
I thought he was trolling, bro, because he was posting hentai all night. Do you remember that shit? He was posting hentai up on his story. I was like,
that's true. I seen that.
I thought he was trolling. I was like, he got to be changing this shit.
I seen that, but hey,
talk about a rollout, man.
You feel me? You didn't like it. I mean, I don't really care. As long as the music is good, I don't really give a fuck about the art. But the art is something that stands out, though.
Because it's going to be what's right on your phone as soon as you go to change the song.
That's true.
See what it's called, you know?
That's true. That is, you're not the only one saying that. There's a lot of people taken back by that. You feel me?
I feel you.
Also, he has bars about Lincoln Ye. Talks about some mob ties. You feel me?
I don't know if that was so much a Ye diss as a big up to Jay Prince. Because, you know, he does that every album. Because I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm tired of it.
Really?
It's been like 3 albums after you got smacked up by Pusha T. Either respond again and go for it 100%, or just stop talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
But he's shouting out the man them.
If he's shouting out the man them, I appreciate it. Mob ties, you know what I'm saying? He always does that shit.
But you're getting tired of it as a consumer.
But if you're using it as a slight towards Ye, especially like right now and everybody's going at Ye's fucking neck.
And you guys perform together at the Larry Hoover shit.
And you crying on stage when he's fucking doing all of the lights or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It looks a little two-faced.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like either go all in are like, I don't really give a fuck no more. It don't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying?
It's better to see you united than fucking divided anyways.
Exactly, and that's what Jay Prince was getting at in the first place.
You feel me?
Who himself is in some heat too, but we could get into that afterwards, unless you want to get into it now.
Shit. Let me just say the bars that he said real quick. It was on Circo Loco that he was talking about linking with the ops. Bitch, I did that shit for Jay Prince. That's what we talking about. You feel me? The Daft Punk One More Time sample.
That was heat. That was heat. I did not expect that shit.
Timeless record.
That shows how much fucking money he got. That he can get that sample cleared. That's crazy.
And it's I like it. A lot of people, I heard in the Reddit that some people didn't like it. I liked it.
No,
I was like,
fine.
yo, that could connect different target audiences. That could connect the fucking 2007 up and down. You feel me?
I thought that was gonna be the #1 single from the album, but I think the intro I think they said the intro is on pace to be the highest stream song or the highest like sales wise song of the whole year so far, first week.
Really?
Which is crazy. Because, I mean, you see that normally because the first track of an album is usually going to be the biggest, most streamed for a regular artist. But when it comes to Drake dropping albums, he'll always keep a single in there that always surpass the intro no matter what. So either it says that the rollout that they did regarding the memes with the intro song worked its magic, or people don't like the other songs as much as usual for him. You know what I mean?
That's something interesting that you bring up. You feel me? But another thing that I noticed being a consumer, the album wasn't fully mixed when it was uploaded on YouTube. I heard it with the speakers that's in here loud, and it sounded choppy. Come to find out, the next day, early, Drake deletes all of those tracks and re-uploads the full mix a day after the album is turned in.
And I mean, you said
I noticed that
the album got delayed due to 40 getting COVID with the him not being able to mix the album. It shows maybe you guys should have this shit ready a little bit beforehand. I mean, even with streaming services nowadays, it's so easy to upload and re-upload a song. But when you're that big, it's kind of seamless. But so the fans didn't even feel that shit, if that makes sense.
It didn't just because it was. That's something that someone with a music ear has to listen to and figure out.
That's true.
I don't think it hurt him in any way.
It won't hurt him sales.
I don't think it hurt him.
No.
Whether it was fully mixed or not, it went.
That shit held his own.
It went. You feel me? It's just that I was just listening and I was like, it sounds choppy. Especially Circo Loco sounded fucking choppy as fuck. You feel me?
But it says something to them not fucking having the album ready.
Yeah.
By the time it was time to go. A little rushed. I mean, like you're saying, it didn't impact the sales. It didn't impact maybe how it was the reception of the album. But let's see how well it does the second week, going on.
One would wonder, what if Drake collectively gets to that 1.4 million mark? Collectively over
the next couple of weeks?
Next 2 weeks? Next 3 weeks? Give him 3 weeks? Does it rise or does it just keep a plateau? Does it elevate?
It depends to how much people actually like the album and Drake's power. The amount of power that he has left in the game this far into it. I think it's a good time to go back to the little game I wanted to play last episode with Taylor Swift's numbers. Taylor Swift, 80% drop off from first week to sell, I think maybe like 310. Which, I mean, honestly, is still good numbers.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
But from what she was pushing first week,
you got at least second week. If you're going to impress that much, you got to go from 1.4 to maybe 700. I can see that. But the 80% drop off just shows you just finessed. That's the only reason you debuted that big. Yeah. And I think that takes a little bit away of the whole magic of you having 1.4 million first week.
So does Drake rise or does Drake? We will see. I will be paying attention.
And how steep the drop
curve,
off is going to be, because I don't think it's going to be likely for him to sell more second week. No one really does that anymore. I don't think so. I haven't seen that in any regard. In a minute.
But who knows?
Does it have the staying power of like a Bad Bunny album.
You see, now that's
Because that's another level. You talking about Drake is talking about Bad Bunny numbers. Let's see if you can keep those number one albums.
But is
like
that
Bad Bunny.
do you take that as a competition thing, or do you think he's shouting him out? I think that he was shouting him out.
No, I think it's a shout out, but it acknowledges the fact
that Bad Bunny's doing numbers.
That's your peer. You're not focused on these other dudes because you know they're not gonna even have a chance to sell as close to you.
Fact.
But Bad Bunny is. And he showed that with his last album. He got number ones in like his fucking 6th and 7th and 8th week on some crazy shit with new albums dropping every day from mainstream artists.
Yep.
So you have a good release. You have a good boost first week. You got to keep it going. You got to make sure that it stays.
That's a fact, though.
Because if it doesn't, I think it reflects like, oh, the Drake power ain't that much anymore, and I think that's part of the reason that he got 21
But
on
you
the
see,
album.
the thing is, the international bag, Bad Bunny been killing shit since a minute now. A minute.
He applies to a lot of people, but it's not like he's rapping in different languages or singing in different languages. Just singing in Spanish,
and it's working. It's going. It's been going.
So I think the international appeal is, because definitely Spanish songs have a way of being global.
Yep.
But if you're gonna argue that Drake is a global artist, I think Drake would like to think that he's a global artist, worldwide superstar.
Yeah.
You got to keep it up. You got to keep up with the people that have been growing and boosting and being super duper impressive around.
Selling out stadiums, going into Marvel movies.
Exactly.
Exactly. What's next for Drake? You feel me? I think he gotta let this shit simmer down for a little bit. You can't. Now, to me, Drake has. I feel like it, to me, right? As a fan, he's earned the right to take a little break.
I think for sure. It's like 3 projects in the last 2 years.
He's earned the right to take a little break. Just like West Side Gun. He's earned the right to take a break.
I don't think we'll see something from him soon. But you know what I do want to hear when he comes back?
What?
I want to hear a Middle of the Ocean album. I think it's time.
And you know what?
I don't see any other time for it.
With this album, I feel like he fucking catered to everybody's sounds.
Like he always does. He usually does.
Keeping the fan happy and still doing what you want at the same time.
With a general audience in mind, if that makes sense. With a wide amount of people.
Because as a Drake fan, I was happy with this album.
Yeah, I think so too. Really, I was...
Gave me what I want.
Making note of this. It kind of felt like a Drake album. With 21 Savage, that's just featured throughout. That's what
Joe and Ish and Ice were saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what they were saying.
I think I tend to agree. If you look at the way the song was laid out, I think it was rare that we see 21 Savage starting off a song. And I think it's rare that we see 21 Savage leading the song. There's definitely songs where he outperformed Drake, but even the overall structure and the way it sat in the album, like... This was a Drake OVO creation, you know what I'm saying? With 40 at the helm. So. Word.
And that little promo shot with 40 in the studio cooking up, that shit was fire. This nigga was smoking his spliff, you feel me? He was in his mode. He was in go mode, you feel me? 21, but to me, 21 held his own.
I would agree. He
held his own. He said that, I could rap with J. Cole, Top Dog, and other top dogs, and rap with this A-list top dog and hold my own.
Yeah.
And not feel I didn't feel like he was left out like I think Ice or Ish was saying. I didn't feel like he was left out.
I think he was involved.
I feel like he was involved, but Drake kind of
was the guiding one. Exactly. Yeah.
Leaded it.
We agree a lot. That's crazy.
You feel me?
I think we mentioned this last week that we haven't seen Drake really pass the baton to anybody. Not yet. I don't know if this is a direct passing the baton moment, but I think it's definitely a, hey, 21, I'm going to give you this boost right now, and you could maybe potentially be as big as me. 300,000 first week, 400,000 first week type of artist.
I feel like now 21 could do that, or he's been doing that independently, by the way.
I agree.
He's been doing that. So I feel like his numbers... He was bringing something to the table too.
And off his own merit, he's bringing it to the table. I think without 21, this Drake album probably sells 300,000 around that, and I don't think it grows as much. So, like when we see Drake bring in Future at a time where people are like, maybe Drake's falling off, maybe he's not going to be consistent with the sound of now. the sound that's popular. He brought in Future to kind of assert like, nah, I can still do this type of bag. It don't matter.
He was going into everybody's lane and performing.
But I think the difference between this, it's kind of 21 giving his credibility to Drake, if that makes sense. His power of, I can get a song popping with a general mainstream audience, but still, you're going to hear it in the back of fucking Nissan Altimas. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see it in the back of a Hellcat. They're going to be bumping this shit all over. You're going to hear it down the street, you know?
The South, yo. Yo, niggas always got the Hellcats on them. You feel me? And the Altimas that be weaving and I know a couple Altima drivers that be weaving and driving. You know who I'm talking about.
You see what I'm saying? And I think it was a smart move by both guys. And I think 21 probably gets a boost from it. And Drake will also maintain relevance for now to the point where he comes back. I think it's time, man. I think it's time to go for that middle of the ocean, 4 p.m. in Toronto bag and do it. Leave it all out there.
That would really put everything on the table, put all the cards on the table. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
And he at that point, because to me, he's already proven himself many different times.
Yeah, I mean, there's
too much at this point.
What is there for him to prove? There's really nothing.
He just likes competition.
Yeah, but I think,
and that's why he stayed relevant.
We thinking he's sending subs at Rocky. We thinking he's sending subs at Kendrick. What they've been able to do, or even like a Travis Scott, they molded their own sound and made a cohesive album that sounded like it was originally purely from them, if that makes sense. Like you seen it, Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, Timbimba Butterfly, probably more specifically the best example. Travis Scott, he had, when you hear a Travis Scott song, you can even see artists around now that have molded their sound off of Travis Scott's vibe.
So you think Travis has
sonic ability?
You think Travis has that level in the game to where they hold him to that, like he's held to, like as a fan you think that he's held to that?
I think so, and I think you see it with him being,
that's a good thing to
is he the only feature on this Drake album? I believe so. On this Drake and 21 album?
Yes, maybe.
Travis Scott is the only feature. Because the numbers he does will pull in an audience that'll even add to how much you do. He's that level of artist.
I wasn't even looking at it from that type of view, but that is true. Whenever you see Travis stand next to someone, they do have some type of longevity.
Exactly. I mean, you've seen it with him and Drake. They've done the sicko mode out of the song, which is fucking ridiculous. Probably one of the biggest songs ever
of our high school. That was high school days. That was prime high school days. Niggas listen to that album every day,
years to come. That's a classic song.
Nigga, I can't even listen to Astro World anymore because I feel like I listen to it so much.
And it just shows but Astro World is still very a cohesive project, which I don't think people think Drake has had except until last time he did it was maybe a Take Care or Nothing Was the Same, But even Nothing Was the Same, you got a little hit chasing, you got a little different vibes on there. I think Take Care was his last pure cohesive album and it's probably his best album. And I think the only way you could either top it or add on to your legacy at this point is making that cohesive fucking rap going straight off middle of the ocean.
And he's sprinkling it here and there. Yeah. Drake has been sprinkling it here and there.
I remember you like to bring up, I don't know if you ever said it on the pod, but I know we've talked about it before. A classic is just 7 of these or some shit like that. Oh, they want a classic, but it's just 10 of these on Sandra's Rose.
Oh, yes.
I think he's saying, I can do it, but I don't think it's time yet. But Drake, I think, frankly, you're running out of time for it.
Running out of time? Why? He could sit for a little bit.
He could do it when he's 40, like Hove. People could drop, but if you really want people to acknowledge you now as like, okay, without a doubt, this guy's the number one top guy, you need an album like that.
But do you think that he has a without a doubt? He's earned the without a doubt. I think he has.
I don't think so, because people are still always going to bring up Kendrick.
Because he got the hits.
Because people are always going to bring up Kendrick. Because he proved with Damn that he could do a hit chase if he wanted to. With that Humble shit, that shit stayed. And it went. But he's never really tried to do that too much again. You know what I'm saying? He's still focusing on cohesive, story-driven narrative albums, if that makes sense. And we haven't seen that from Drake in a long time. And I think if you compare it to Pimp a Butterfly to Take Care, I think with replay value and sonically, maybe Drake Take Care is better. But as a piece of art, To Pimp a Butterfly is a masterpiece. And I don't know if Drake has something to the level of To Pimp a Butterfly in his repertoire.
We will see. We will see. I think he does. Because Middle of the Ocean, that's an old beat. I feel like he had that beat in 5 years ago. He probably had that beat.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, let me switch it on you. You feel me? Shit.
Even back to that point, right? They used Jimmy Cooks as like a Easter egg on Honestly Nevermind that a collab album was coming. Maybe it's using these middle of the ocean type songs with switch ups in them and that go straight to rapping with a Birdman outro. People talk, it sounds like a Nas King's Disease song, if that makes sense, Maybe he's hinting at, hey, maybe it's time pretty soon. So
Brand new
let's hope so.
Nas. Let me just talk about this real quick. Brand new Nas with Hitboy. They doing their thing,
Classic.
baby.
Classic already.
I love Recession.
Classic already.
Not Recession. Well, I think there's a song called Recession Proof. I like that song. I like Reminisce and I like Legit a lot. And the rest of the album, you said I played it for you before the pod, and you said that
no skips
for you.
No skips at all.
And to me, when I listen to it, it's been a day, but there was no skips for me.
I think it's there, right?
I just like the other songs
first listen
better.
of Yaya playing me these songs,
And I played them on shuffle
it feels like
you
a classic immediately.
I played it like on shuffle like you usually do. You feel me? And that wasn't even in line. That was just all over the place.
Not even how he wanted it structured, but it still came across amazing.
Them beats, baby.
And we were having a conversation. He settled the debate. He's the better rapper than Hov. Hov might be the better mogul. He might be the better, whatever, having albums that resonated with people. But this album shows, even at his age, this far into the game,
Yeah.
he's still capable of dropping a classic rap album. Just straight off of rhyme and lyricism.
Exactly.
So
Nas still has it, and Hitboy is
Shout out Hitboy.
is doing something to the beat machine. The beat machine is cooking. You feel me? The beat machine is cooking.
I mean, Hitboy's been around for a while, and he's worked with so many artists. I mean, Big Sean off the top of my head, so many hits that he has. But these albums that he's been making with Nas, it seems like they've been attached at the hip.
Yeah.
This is legacy.
This is authentic.
This is adding
music
to your
going out.
legend, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes you one of those in the game. He'll go down in history for these projects.
True.
He will.
You feel me?
Along with Nas.
But a lot of music dropped Friday. What was Friday? November 10th? Or is it 11th?
11th.
November 11th. A lot of music dropped. Let me go through it real quick. Glorilla's EP dropped. I listened to a couple tracks. I didn't get to do a deep dive into it, but she's sounding good.
I didn't see her. I didn't hear her EP, but I saw the rollout on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You can see her.
Meek Mill's album was supposed to come out, I believe, but it's nowhere to be found. You said it got pushed back.
I don't know if it got pushed back. I saw that they announced it for the 21st, but maybe you're right. Because I feel like I do remember seeing them announcing it, but maybe they just don't have too much buzz.
Yo, what's up?
Maybe you don't have too much buzz right now.
Big up Pops in the back. But
I think he's in a position where what he drops next, though, has to be at that level. It needs to be a really good album. Because with the last one, he disappointed. And he's not the type of artist to carry a large fan base with him. He does have a fan base, but it's not as diehard as a Drake fan base. Even, I feel like Ross has probably a bigger fan base that will come out for his albums more than Meek. And so I think he's in a position where if he doesn't drop a good album and people think it's mid or whatever, it's trash. Because I'm a Meek fan. I like a lot of the projects that he put out. The last one, I think it had a couple good songs, but it's okay. He's dropped a bunch of good albums in a row, but people don't recognize that type of music anymore.
Also independent now.
He's off the Ross deal, too?
I believe so.
So he's in a position where, I mean, I'm sure he doesn't really give a fuck because he's hanging out with Michael Rubin courtside at the Sixers games. He's never going to be short on money.
Performing for the baseball niggas, the MLB,
money, but
the Astros,
in terms
I believe.
That's crazy. That's that crazy.
Oh, not that. I don't know. I don't follow baseball, but he performed at the stadium.
That's crazy. But I mean, if he wants to stay relevant musically, this next one's got to be a good one because the internet and Meek, ever since the Drake and Meek beef, has had a way of being able to really shit on him, if that makes sense. I mean, he's even had beef with Ak, so that even adds to him getting shit on by the internet.
That was a dent to his career, but he's gained it back to me. He's gained
with
it back
the Championships album. I think it proves that he's that level of artist. He can make an album that's fucking amazing. I mean, Championships is a personal classic to me. I don't know about the other people, but it was one of those where I really loved that album and I went back to it so many times because it's, again, a pure version of the rap form.
That's why you fell in love with Me too.
Yeah, I mean, even before that, though, he had a great album like DC4, Dreams and Nightmares, Dreams Worth More Than Money, dreaming a lot, but he's a dream chaser, you know. Wins and Losses, which was a good one, too. And on the mixtape circuit, he's been great, but he's never had that mainstream respect unless he's in a feature with Drake. Or Drake is featured on one of his songs, you know what I'm saying?
Which I love it, though.
But yeah, I mean, they're great songs, but I think it's kind of sad to see because he is capable of delivering high-quality content when it comes to music. But he has a way of letting the internet get the best of him. And I don't think he does himself any favors by rapping on the Munch freestyle. So
I don't know. He should have kept that.
he should have kept that one in Instagram drafts.
Should have kept that for the lost files. Shit. You want to get into some business real quick?
What's up?
For the independent artists there watching, or just artists in general, or someone who knows the artist. You feel me? This is big.
I see.
I'm gonna go back to the verses, but let me just say this: Cash App Studios to help independent artists fund projects for quote unquote for the creatives. That's something big for an independent artist. You don't have to just go to. I know you use DistroKid.
DistroKid, they got United Masters. What is it? CD Baby, something.
You feel me? Shit like that. Cash App is going into that bag. That's something big. That's brand new news. Check
But
Instagram.
they're more than just like a distribution. They're talking about funding artists.
Projects.
Which then, though, that makes me kind of a little sus. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get into the legal hat on and look at those terms and conditions. Because who gonna own the masters by the end of that Cash App? Let's see. Because I'm not gonna shit on you yet, but you know what I'm saying.
I still feel.
It seems a little. And when anybody offering you free money.
Yeah,
nothing is free in this fucking country, man. Nothing is free in America.
I still feel a way that them niggas fucking have stocks on that shit too, like using Cash App for stocks. So I know people that use it, but to me, I just wouldn't use Cash App to do that.
They don't sound that trustworthy.
They say for the creators though. They market it as for the creators.
Yeah, but how many times have people done that, and then in the end you get fucked, you get screwed over.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
I'm just keeping it a bean. Just keeping it in a stack, bro.
One thing I want to say real quick: Swizz and Tim versus 3.0 coming soon. I seen the promo for it. You have to really follow them to really know that. You feel me? The deal went through because they were gonna countersue the people that wanted to buy. Or was it Thriller?
They're using suing as just like a negotiation. If that makes sense, it's an aspect of the negotiation. Fucking suing the company that they're gonna work with.
It's the game.
It's business. That's business,
it's
right?
The game.
There. I think that's great, though. I think they're probably already advertising. I think they're already on the phone with 21 and Kodak. I think so. Hey, we gonna give you a bag if you run the shit up for real. And like you said, it's gonna be all in good fun.
I think that's too soon, though. They might not want to get that. That's going into modern times. Yeah, that has to be 10 more years. So
but I don't doubt that they want to make a quick bag, and I think if they do something like that, it definitely attracts a lot of eyes. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Too Rare and Kai Cenat and fucking Lil Uzi in
Just Wanna Rock
in New York shooting the video. That was big for the city. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That was big for the city.
Oh, I just want to point out though, actually, we mistakenly said that Brill and Too Rare were like Jersey, drill Jersey artists. But they're actually from Philly.
Yeah, I figured that out.
From Philly.
I know.
I remember that. I just want to clean it up. I don't know if anyone picked it up.
Wait. Well, you know what the crazy thing is? Is when you're potting, right? When you're potting and you say wrong shit.
You're in the zone. You don't even know. It feels so real.
You feel me? Sometimes you feel me. You have to go back and fix that. You know what I'm saying? And nobody even told us that. You just brought that up. But yeah, they from Philly though.
Yeah, they from Philly. Shout out to Ray and Brill.
You feel me? We cleaned up. Just like how I called fucking Damaris from Rory and Mall Dolores.
I think that was a live cleanup though.
Yo, right? no, I still said it wrong. It's Damaris. You're fine as fuck.
He's still shooting a shot in episode 4.
Hey, Shooters gotta shoot. You feel me? Hey,
0 for 4 though.
at least a nigga trying, nigga.
No, but I think that was good. I mean, Uzi is also from Philly, so I'm just connecting those dots right now, right?
That's true.
That's a good connection right there.
That's true.
I don't know about Kai, but I know.
No, Kai's from the Bronx. You feel me? He's from.
Kai's from the Bronx.
Yeah, he's from my area type shit.
That's crazy. You know, actually, I recorded his brother, I think, or maybe it's his cousin. I don't know. Devontae.
Really?
Yeah, Devontae. He was in the studio with V Boogie. He was working on some songs a couple months ago in the summertime.
Oh shit!
But shout out them.
And I've had I did a reaction video back in the days
To Kai video.
to Kai's man's, I guess. His name
gotcha.
his name was A. And Kai actually commented on my video and shit and was like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one has like the most fucking
That's great. It
views,
shows
too.
though, like the world is really small when it comes
Yeah.
to this making media and shit like that.
Yeah.
Especially in Northeast New York. I mean, he's from the Bronx area, so you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Connections stay close. He was in Mount Vernon. You know, it makes sense.
That's a fact. Ray and Ghost do a promo video, promo freestyle for the Knicks. I loved it. Ray was spitting on that shit. I was like, yo, why is Ghostface not spitting, yo? Ray was going crazy.
I'm glad to see them still getting work. I think that's fine.
Busy. Getting
And
busy,
it's
just
big
like
deals.
Nas. I
Big
want a Ray
deals.
album right now. Shit. Sign me up.
But I think it's great that they're working, but fucking Knicks dropping a Kith collab. Get the fucking team right, all right? Stop being fucking negative 2 seasons in a row, all right? Let's get this shit fucking straightened down. I appreciate it. You showing love to Ray and Ghost. Great. I feel happy for them. But the Knicks, you guys got to clean that shit up, man, because that shit is fucking horrible right now. Somebody got to go.
You would know.
Somebody got to go.
You would know. Yo. Oh, shit. Shouts out to the...
Shouts
to all
out
the-
Ray and Ghost.
Shouts
Not
out
the Knicks.
Shit. Shouts out to the Knicks fans, because I know a couple.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I know a couple.
It's a sad life, man.
I know a
It's a sad
couple.
life.
You feel me? Some you want to go real funny real quick? Oh, one thing I want to say. One thing I want to say before we shortly end. You feel me?
Actually,
Wizkid. Wait.
There we go. That's what I wanted you to get into, the Afro beats back.
Yeah. Wizkid was supposed to drop the same day as Drake, but he pushed it back another couple days on the Thursday of this Thursday.
This last Thursday?
Yeah, from the 11th. So
The 10th?
The 10th. Yeah, he puts the album. To me, YouTube was glitching out. The album was there, but I could not access it. It was like something where it's not accessible to
In your region?
in your region.
Gotcha.
So I click on it, and for a second, it glitches, and I see like a track list, but then it comes off
Gotcha.
instantly, so I can't click on it.
Maybe
But
that has to
anyway,
do with like time zone shit over there in Africa.
it drops, and I'm just gonna say, Wizkid, you got it. You got it.
You're a big fan.
Nothing but hits. Hits.
He's kept hits. He's kept hits on him.
Hits. All of the songs, no skips. If we would have played that first, I would have been getting jiggy with it. I would have been going crazy. You feel me?
2 Wizkids week in a row though, that was a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. So
You said that's
as
crazy.
an
yo.
intro, look great. It shows how much he keeps a hit on him.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm
It
saying.
shows.
He has mad features on it. You feel me? Don Tolliver's on it.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't heard that album yet, but I'm gonna take
Don
it.
Tolliver's on it. Skilly Bang Shantia from the Jamaican side. Slip and slide. Big up all the yardie them. You see me? You see me? So, Aerostar, Skepta's on there.
Oh, shout out Skepta, Demand Him.
Skepta's on there. You feel
Shout out
me?
Demand Him. Oh my goodness. Was that song hot?
Yeah, that song was hot.
I like it.
I feel like
They was
Skep
good on that song.
Skep
They
was
had-
on his singing bag a little bit. It seems
Really?
like I don't know if that was Wizkid because the hook is like some.
He's
but
really
there's-
mature, great as an artist too.
The only people that's on the feature is Skepta, so I feel like Skepta
Yeah,
was
they
singing.
have one of
That
the
shit
best
was
summer
lit.
songs there, I think.
Afro beats too, not even the UK thing. Afro beats.
I know
style.
Afrobeats, they got it. No, because I mean, even he reps the African roots a lot too, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, in the UK, you see they rep it a lot because they come in and then they don't get treated the same. I mean, just like over here, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to them. But they keep a heater too. I think they had another song. I think them two and Drake.
Yeah,
some shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I forgot what it was.
I know that song. It's on my R&B playlist.
I don't know if it ever came out officially or if it did.
It did.
But I remember I just had it downloaded.
It was on the album.
Yeah. But that shit was fucking fire.
It was
It's
on
a legendary song.
It was on.
So I'm gonna have to check out that Wizkid album.
Wizkid album. Yeah.
What's the name of the album?
The previous one to this one.
No, this one that just came out.
More. Is it More Love? More Love.
More Love?
No. Fuck.
Oh yeah, More Love. You're right. More Love, Less Ego.
Yeah, Less Ego. Yeah.
Shout out Whiskey.
Purple
man.
tape cover. Yeah.
I like it.
I
like
loved it. That was hits on hits on hits. But because we're not gonna take up too much of your time today.
Yeah. Okay. 1:30 was a little pushing it.
we could go on forever,
but it's okay. We don't. We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it.
We'll tone it back a little bit to keep the retention rate. You feel me? we'll tone it back. It was a lot. It was an action packed episode. You feel me? Closing out words. You feel me? We back at it again. Shouts out to all the TikTok. Shouts out to everybody. I'm gonna make a clip shouting you guys out. You feel me?
You guys are the greatest.
You feel me?
The best.
Yeah, just fucking comment on the shit. Keep liking and follow the page Built for Cuban Links Pod.
Facts.
At Built for Cuban Links Pod on TikTok and Instagram.
And subscribe on YouTube, man. We got a couple subscribers. I like it. We got some good views.
We growing.
I like it. It's great support. On the TikTok, though, please comment. I like to see the comments. Just because I like to see arguments in there, too. I'm just petty as fuck.
Yeah. But with that being said, thank you for coming. This was the Built for Cuban Links podcast with your illustrious host, Yaya, and my nigga,
Freezy.
And we
signing off.
We out.
1.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I want to play? Wait.
Play the outro?
Yeah, I want to play the outro. Hold up. Caught that shit though. Yeah, that shit real loud. Hold on.